All right, welcome back to the Gear That We Love YouTube channel. Today it is all about building a pedal board for a pedal junkie. I'm getting ready to do a studio session, and I wanted to give myself a little challenge, just some selections out of the collection here, and we're going to have some fun. You know, I'm going to put together another one of these expand boards. I'll put it together right this time. I promise. Patch cable kits, I got a bunch of little baby cables. I'll show some B-roll of those, and yeah, we'll put it together. All right, let's get after it. All right, so once again, we're back at building a pedal board. Love pedal board builds. Absolutely love pedal board builds. Okay, so we're gonna take all these freaking little pieces, make them all happy, make them mesh together, and we'll get after it. Start with the hardware and we'll go from there. See if I can figure out how to time lapse or make this faster. I don't know, maybe I can. I'm still new at this. All right, so one thing I want to stress, especially this time, you got two little things with locks. I like them facing forward because there's a nice little Diodario on the back of this. Nice little Diodario on the back. It's freaking sweet. So I use that as the back one. So when it's facing the crowd, they can say like, oh, what are you using? And gear junkies like me, I love checking out other guitar players' rigs when they play live. Like, I want to see how they're doing it, and if I can hear it in the mix, why it sounds so different. And yeah, that's how I've learned a ton, is just going to live shows and seeing what professional bands have on their board and just diving down the rabbit hole to make sure I know what it is just by sight. I can figure out pretty much what it is just by glancing at the board and be like, oh, that's a pretty sweet signal chain. It's awesome. So, slide it out right here, and that's gonna go through like so. Okay, it's gonna go just like that. All right, we're gonna start with the right side of the pedal board, this side right here. Get those screws in first, get them kind of lined up, and then we'll throw the middle gusset in there, and then we'll go to the left side. Boom. All right, let's go. I absolutely love these Diodario expand boards. I'm so freaking happy with them. They're my new favorite go-to. So, big surprise when I said I was doing my pedal board. What was I gonna use? An expand board. Totally gonna use an expand board. Just getting them all hand tight real fast. They don't have to be perfect. You get this sweet little wrench. Sweet little wrench. Really nice tapered end. I don't know if you can see that tapered end. Fits down in the nuts quite well. I'm putting this board together for me personally and with purpose. So I kind of know the textures and stuff I'm going for. I got a studio session booked that I am going to be doing a couple songs with a good buddy of mine. Should be a lot of fun. Yeah, first time writing with him. Should be a blast. We'll bring you guys along with it, but this is the board setup for the guitar tracking. I might call a couple audibles when it comes time to actually track, but we have plenty of audibles we can call around here. There's no shortage of tone generators in this room. It'll be just fine. Get those just a little bit snugger so it kind of stands up a little bit better on its own. I can grab the last rail. Once again, machining Diodario. Good job. Everything goes together super smooth. All right, let's get this center plate. Screws mount inside in the middle of the gusset. And then the outside bolts to these little holes right here. Okay, that's how it goes together. Drop the wrench. It's going back over all of them now. Make sure they're nice and tight. Not going too crazy, but good and snug. Once again, not a tour board. This is for going to and from different studios, maybe to my house, but I don't always get a crank up in my house, so it's just funner to crank up here. All right, now, last set, sweet. Unlock it, slide it up. All right, nice and level. Lock it into place. Get after it. Let's get one on the opposite end of the board now, so we can take our hand off the plate and just kind of stand it up and just fill them in. Don't go too tight at this part. Don't go too tight at this part. It's not a part you want to go too tight. It's just getting them lined up so everything's lined up a lot better. Throw one in each now. See if there's any hang-ups. You just kind of wiggle the bar around. Just makes it nice and easy. Almost there. Last screw. Okay, go back through, tighten the other side just to make sure. Now the inside ones are plenty tight. All right. Boom. Expand board put together. Does it expand? Does it? Does it work? Flip the little levers. Yes. Yes, it does. I will need all of this space for all those pedals that I've chosen to put on here. We'll see if I can get them all on here. I have power for enough of it, for everything. I just don't know if I have physically enough space. So we might be getting creative to get these on here. I'm up for the challenge. All right, there is a few pedals like this little EP boost right here. It had Velcro on the bottom of it one time, but doesn't now. So I got to get some Velcro on a couple of these pedals, and we'll be right back after that, and we'll get it all put together. Keep it tidy, workspace. All right, cool little trick with Boss pedals. Flip the back plate over. And just put your Velcro on the back side. That way your bottom stays perfect and it actually works better. So I'm gonna do that real quick. First time ever having one of these. It's a SD1 Wazacraft. Got a good deal on it. And we'll play around with it. Mr. Hans has one. It's the first time I've owned one. I am borrowing his Golden Pearl and his compressor because mine's at home. I forgot him. I forgot him. Same compressor, I just forgot mine. Okay, so I ended up just looking like this. Just like that. Easy. All right, to make it fit better, I took this little plastic piece out. This is your insulator. The whole back of this pedal, it's rubber. It's not gonna let anything touch it. It's fine. We'll see if I blow up my pedal. I don't think I will. And what I'll do is I'll just take this and put it in the original box with the pedal because, of course, I keep the box. It's just how I am. And yeah, then I'll always have it. It won't ever be separated. Just goes in a storage bin. All done. Nice and snug. Super easy. Now I have a perfectly nice flat surface to put the Velcro on. Trimming up some Velcro, trimming up some Velcro. One more piece for this pedal. Trimming up some Velcro. ADD is super bad today, y'all. It's super bad, but just making a YouTube video. It's cool. It's part of it. There's your new home. It's right there. You can get away re-sticking it once, maybe twice. After that, done. Just use a new piece. Clean it off with alcohol if you have to. This has only been on there a little bit. It's fine. Never had this pedal on a board. I traded Mr. Hans for an original OD250 from the 70s. This made more sense to me. Sorry if you like the OD250. This just made way more sense at the time. So, trade around. I might trade back at some point. Who knows? All right, super trim. It's not gonna fit. It's not gonna fit. So try to put this here, and then I'm gonna skip this one too. I'll do a separate video on this. I love this pedal. It's a damage control womanizer. Awesome. Love my timeline. That's what's gonna go right here, and see the super trim, and this won't fit. Can't make it fit. Oh well, whatever. So 2 less pedals I have to Velcro. All right, project's moving forward. All right, so what made the cut? I had to take a couple things off the board. These two, one other, and the womanizer. So 3 pedals. I knew it was ambitious to try to get that all on there, but a lot of these pedals are huge. I can put together multiple boards. I don't care about having 4 or 5 pedal boards put together. It's not a big deal to me. So if there's something I really want on there, like this sweet old Russian small stone, yeah, I'm gonna make room for it. That was more important than the fig thumb to me. I have a really nice small smile fuzz right there. It's fine. It's totally fine, guys. All right, so we have a Clyde McCoy Deluxe, Keeley compressor, Super Overdrive, EP Boost, HRM, Friedman Golden Pearl, MI Audio Blues Pro, Tube Screamer DX. This is an old 80s one. I don't know exactly which year, but it's an older one. It's awesome. Still sounds good. Then the Moss Mallow, then Small Stone, Timeline, EQ, and Rev G8. Now that's not necessarily the signal chain. I'll talk about that, and I'll do like a little pan thing like I always do. So you'll see the exact signal chain. I got, whoosh, whoop, boom. Okay, so my favorite cables to put together boards with are your Planet Waves patch cable kits for the odd, weird cables that I know I'm gonna have to build. And then these little baby EBS patch cables. Love these freaking things. Love these things. I buy them by the bucket. And this is, I don't know, like the third bucket maybe that ordered the first one on Amazon. And then my work started carrying them. So bonus for me. Bonus for me. Cables are great to employees. Any of y'all that work out in retail, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Cables are great for employees. Keeps us happy. Good cables keep us happy. All right, so I have a bunch of extra Planet Waves cable from previous kits that I've done, whether it was for clients, whether it was for me. So we're gonna take that. I'm gonna use some of these ends. I have a couple extra ends right here, and the little cutters. Put this bad boy together, and then go over the signal chain once I got it all, at least the top part wired, then we'll go over power. Okay, actually, I am gonna go over power. Let me grab the power. Okay, so I have 2 options for power. Pedal Power 3. I usually buy a Plus. I was out at work. I still want to do the project. We got the X8 in, so it gives me a lot more capability. So between those 2, I can power all these. The damage control is still going to need its own power supply. That's okay. It's cool enough to deserve its own power supply. I'll just leave the power supply kind of velcro underneath the board most likely. The only reason I'm doing power first is because I want to make sure all my power cables as I'm running them to each pedal, they're going to follow a specific line or as tidy as possible. I don't want any cable soup underneath any pedal board that I ever build. It's got to look clean. Keep it clean. Just peace of mind. And then as I route the cables, I'll be able to tie those in with zip ties as I move along. So we're going to tackle power, then the audio chain, and we'll go from there. Pedal Power 3. That's gonna get mounted up underneath, and then we're gonna add the X8 so I can get another 8 pedals, so I can do 16 on this board. I'll probably end up giving the Pedal Power 2 because I'm gonna do 12 and then 8, so I'll just buy another one of these. Whatever. Sorry, sweetheart. I'll just buy another one. Okay, so pull the stupid little feet off the bottom because I'm not using their mounting brackets, using a D'Addario board. It's gonna be Velcro. And doing these, they don't weigh hardly anything, so I'm just gonna cut this strip in half, put one here and one here. That way it'll be nice and easy to tack down wherever I wanna stick it up underneath. I don't really know underneath where I'm gonna put it yet, but we'll find out in a sec. You use a lot less Velcro this way, but there's a ton of surface area still. It's plenty enough to hold this little baby 1 pound thing, maybe 1.5 pounds. It's nothing. Don't worry about it. Remember, studio board versus tour board. This is tour board, it'd be bomb proof, it'd never be coming off. But that's not what this board is. I don't even know if this arrangement is gonna stay. This might all change. Well, this is staying, and this is staying for sure. But other than that, I don't mind changing it up a little bit. I hold down one side, and as I stretch and line it up, it goes just like that. So I have a nice even strip all the way across. Rinse, repeat. Immediately throw my trash away. I'll do it from a little bit wider angle this time. So, no wrinkles. No freaking wrinkles. No wrinkles, baby. Wrinkles on me, but no wrinkles on the pedal. Everything has Velcro on it now. It's good to go. Old school pedal. One of the most expensive pedals on the board. Of course it is. Of course. Because it's got these little baby feet on the bottom. They don't have the best Velcro, but they're the original feet, and I'm not taking them off. There's no way. Boop. I should switch for dual lock, though. Dual lock would hold this a lot better. That's okay. We'll just flip it over. It's cool. It's not going to stay on there perfect. Yeah, let's redo that. Let's just redo it real fast. Oh, all right, get that down on there. Nice and snug, nice and tight. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's not going anywhere. Might as well do the other one while I'm at it. Then I'll fix the pedal. X8's even smaller, even lighter. So if space savings is what you need, like this X8's still freaking sweet. It's all 500 milliamp out, it's all isolated, and it just jumps off one of these, or it has its own power in the box that it can power by itself. But I'm just gonna use the X-Link and power it all off of the original Voodoo Labs Pedal Power 3. So we'll get that on there. I'll just probably put it right here and right here, so that'll look sick together. We'll get some sweet shots of that for show. First time using one of these little X8s, but I've sold several of them at work. My customers seem to really like them. So, and no noise. That's the whole name of the game. Keep the freaking noise down. And yes, as far as noise, I know a $250 freaking noise gate is kind of bougie, but I didn't pay that for it. I traded a pedal that I got a good deal on. I bought that pedal way before they were expensive. So, it's good to go. Both parties are extremely happy. You never know what cool pedal that you buy now might be worth a lot more in 10, 15, 20 years. Sometimes all it takes is 5 years. No wrinkles. All right, now let's fix the freaking small stone. This Velcro has probably been on here for 15 years, no more than that, 20 years maybe. It's toast. It's barely gripping anymore, so it's gonna be done. I might as well just do it right. Much better. Not gonna push my luck though. Don't want it falling off again. Obviously it's fallen a bunch of times, things super beat up. Back when things were made to last, instead of this planned obsolescence BS we're dealing with now. Slide that down just a little bit. So this button is gonna clear this bar. So with my foot, I can reach this no problem. Plenty of space back here to get the power and everything up underneath like I need to. All right, let me grab the power supply for this pedal and we'll attach that all down and start running power cables to everything. All right, let's do it. So I'm getting an idea of how long they are, how many cables I got to power. Doesn't matter how many I power off of this and how many I power off of this, just wherever the most convenient place is and it looks nice and pretty. I want it to look pretty. Even though it's my personal board and I'm not doing it for a client, I still have standards. Set your standards high. Do good work for good people, you'll do all right in life. You'll get angled ends, and you'll get straight ends. I generally have straight ends come out of here. So I got 6 to be able to just do these right here. So this first one, I have this little pigtail popping out right here. Go underneath and pop just like that. That's just gonna get shoved down in there. Just like that. That's what I've always done. It's super old pedal. I don't have the battery door or anything. I'm not using batteries, so shove the power supply down in there. We'll tie it up and make it nice and clean. So once again, I'm having it follow. So we'll have that squish right down in there. And then a little twisty tie right there. So it lets me know this part of the cable is going to be going through right there, and then I can bundle these up on the other side. So I'm going to just keep running more. Okay, so on and so forth. Just find nice lines. Okay, so we got signal chain, full tone wah, Keeley compressor, exotic EP booster, Friedman Golden Pearl, Tube Screamer TS9DX, into the Super Overdrive, the HRM, MI Audio Blues Pro, Moss Mallow. Then it goes up to the small stone. I messed up the battery jack in the back, and so I have to have it soldered, so it's not working at the moment. And then it goes into the EQ200, which then goes into the Rev G8, and then back into the delay, because I didn't want the delay after the or before the noise gate. Has problems that way. So yeah, gonna get this fixed. And this has maybe a little bit of tube ring. That's why I didn't use the footage that I got when I was jamming. There's just this weird ring, and I think it's tube rings. These tubes are the original tubes. I'm gonna change them out. No big deal. They're just basic 12AX7s. We'll get it back and running. All right, but so yeah, tested this board. Doing the little recording session I'm doing will kind of be next thing you guys see. All right, thanks for coming along. All right, hopefully you guys had a good time building this board with me today. I know I had a blast doing it. I love putting stuff together. Sorry the sound didn't really quite work out on the amp. I got to fix these couple problems with these pedals, but that's why I put stuff together and test several weeks before I'm actually going to go to the studio. So don't know if I'll post it now, post it later. Who knows? But thanks for coming along. Gear the Beloved out. Peace.